Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we start on our giveaway truck, the 68C10 from Matchbox. Um, as with any, if you know the 64 scale world, the first place to start, where we always start, is to drill this sucker apart. So we got the two posts down below, we'll drill it out, get it apart. Uh, 64 scale, they're pretty simple. The trick is to get all the detail that you can into one. So let's pop it apart and see what we got. And just like that, it's apart. Very simple. The 64 scale die cast stuff is not uh, it's not rocket science. The plastic base, we drilled it out. We managed to not destroy it. Um, Wheels are held in with the plastic um, clips, if you will, tangs. They're in the bottom. Uh, so there's a lot of detail we can do on the underneath. When we get started and I'll outline what we do. If you've ever seen any of my videos, you know, um, well, you probably know where I'm going with this. But we'll outline that when I get to it. Um, the interior, no detail in there. That dashboard is flat. What that gray is not going to do, we'll give that interior some color. And the bed floor, we'll have to work on that. Glass, tinted glass, it's new. These are out of the box. What I do is I don't wax them. I don't use a clear of any sort. I use this stuff, Colonite. It's an insulator wax, and it's a sealer. This will it just like I said, it'll seal that plastic, and it keeps it from getting a static charge to it, where dust will stick to it, so make it easier to clean and easier to keep clean. Body, we are going to throw detail like door handles and stuff at this, but we won't be touching the paint. Normally this would get thrown right in the stripper, but we're keeping the color, so plenty of little stuff to do. Let's get started. Well, okay, we're not starting off real good here, guys. The wheel and tire that I wanted to use, a torque thrust looking rim and tire, is not going to fit the truck, at least on the rear anyway. The rear opening, wheel opening on the truck is just not big enough, and we're not going to cut the truck and mess with the paint. That was a big thing, was using the paint. That was the finish that was on the truck. So we're back to looking for a wheel and tire. We will get started though on getting some of the trademark lettering off the bottom of the chassis of the truck. The axle stripped out of it, get it cleaned up, get some paint in there and some detail picked out. Start on the chassis. We can do some other things. I've probably got wheel and tire around here. If not, I'll have to order something, but I should have something that'll fit the bill right here. I wanted to break in just a minute here while we're working on this and show you I've got half done. Well, half started. I'll have to clean up yet. We've knocked these, and I'm not sure what you want to call them for lack of a better term. It's like a wheel stop that Hot Wheels and Matchbox have on them. It would probably keep the wheel from folding over on the axle when you're playing with it. But I like to take all this garbage out of here. So we've done that on the left side. And you can see I've taken a little bit out of here. There's this block deal the axle goes up against, or the wheel back, I should say. And I've taken that out of the back. The wheel that I've found, it's a little wider. It's a more of a Pro Street looking deal, or not necessarily Pro Street, just wide. So we're getting rid of these. We'll narrow this up in here. It should fit pretty nice. Then we'll work on getting all the trademark lettering off of it. Let's switch gears and talk about the Nova here for a minute. The last video, when I showed or introduced you to the Nova, I didn't show the engine. These are, this kit is a Craftsman series kit, which means it's a curbside, so it would not have had the engine and transmission in it. The original builder of this car did put a engine and transmission in it. This looks like a Stovebolt 6 from, I believe, the AMT 60 Chevy pickup. Some things that were missing that we've already put in. The master cylinder. Instead of a single circuit master cylinder, I used a Corvette dual circuit master cylinder. The carburetor is a, I cannot remember. Shoot, sorry folks, I cannot remember the printer. It's 3D printed monojet carburetor. The battery is also 3D printed. The original owner did wire the engine. Unfortunately, there's no radiator in it. Now we've got a radiator for it, but it's going to be in the wrong spot. We don't have enough room ahead of the engine to put it inside the core support, so it's going to have to go forward of the core support. But it will have a radiator in it and an air cleaner there. Those are from 65 El Camino, so we will have an air cleaner deal there. Wrong 6-cylinder. The Stovebolt was, I think, available in Chevrolet through 62, so this would have had a 230 6-cylinder in it. The car's got the molding on the side was painted a little sloppy, but overall, it's a neat shelf, queen. Blue with the blue interior. It's a good looking car. Far from perfect, not a show car, but just a fun car to put on the shelf. Like I said, I did a little bit of the detail under the hood, adding some things, but most of this was original builder when I bought it. And one other thing I did add was the Ohio license plate, as I live in Ohio, so that's what you get. The tailgate lettering on it, decent detail. Like I say, just a nice car to put on the shelf, or put a little of your own detail in it, whatever you like. Alrighty, we got the things wrapped up under the hood. Got the radiator in. The horns painted on either side of it. It's, like I said, front of the core support's about the only room for it. Fitted the air filter in place, and unfortunately that washer bottle there, I wanted to paint it. My white paint is all dried up, so the new owner of the Nova can paint that bottle white, put a black cap on it, leave it blue, paint it pink. I don't know. Rest of the car is cleaned up and ready to go. I'll get the hood on it. And let's take a look at the rest of the cars for the giveaway. And the 68 C10 is done with a set of green light 5-slot mags. These aren't the wheels that I had wanted. One thing led to another. Those the tires and wheels, the first ones that I had were too big for the back. A second set that I wanted was also too big for that body, that opening in the back. So I decided on a nice set of 5 slots, make a neat little hot rod truck out of it, and those were put into brass tubes in the chassis to make room for them. And then we did up the fine details with the marker lights, the door handles, the gas cap, the wiper arms, basic black in the bed and then in the interior, and just basic black in the on the chassis. And it is riding on its big brother, another 1968 C60. Uh, this one is in the light green. The truck's in the light blue. It's got all the patina, whatever you want to call it. So that ramp truck, the only thing we did to that was the headache rack up front was really tall and had emergency lights on it and looked pretty bad. So we trimmed that down, and that was it. So those two go together along with the Nova and our Torino. And last but certainly not least is the M2 Machines 1970 Ford Torino, mild custom, black with some heavy flake. We've got a blown 427 single overhead cam Ford motor, some 5-slot mags, some good detail, just a good, clean street machine. It screams 70s street machine. This is one of my favorites, guys. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I am very thankful for you guys who watch your videos and comment. This has been a great deal for me since I've started this channel, which has been, I don't know, 4 years, I think. Um, where we started with 64 scale and then now doing model cars and 25th scale. I appreciate everyone and I'm very thankful. So how do you win these cars? Well, if you're watching now, you've already watched the video. So that's the first step. You just watch the video, like the video, and then comment on the video. Uh, we're going to go from today, which is Thanksgiving, through Monday, which would be 5 days. Through that Monday, on Tuesday, um, we will pick the winner. So I believe Monday is the 2nd, December 2nd. On December 3rd, we will pick a winner and announce the winner. Unfortunately, I can only ship to the United States. I cannot ship outside of the country. So I know there was a question about that. Yeah, simply watch the video, like it, and comment. Tell me if you like the stuff, if you don't like the stuff, why you'd like to win it, why you hope you don't win it, and we will pick a winner and ship it to you. And like I said, this is just a way to give back, and it's the holidays. It's better to give than receive. So you can take a little bit of something, what the channel's about, throw it in a box, and maybe you'd like to put it on your shelf, or maybe not. Again, thanks everyone. Happy Thanksgiving, and I will talk to you on Tuesday.